Alright guys, so as y'all seen, your boy did an unboxing video of the new JRL Lamborghini collab clippers. I did an unboxing video a while back, and guess what? On this video, I'm actually going to be giving y'all my review, and I'm going to let y'all know what I think about not just the trimmer, but the clipper as a set. You know what I'm saying? The clipper trimmer set. I'm going to let y'all know what I think about it in this video. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this video. Alright guys, so check it out once again. Here is the JRL and Lamborghini Clipper collab, the Diamante, along with the JRL and Lamborghini trimmer collab, the Diamante trimmer. As y'all can see, I got it in that nice Lamborghini yellow. You know, they do have these tools in black. However, I wanted it in yellow just because it's a little different. I got a lot of black tools on my station, so I said, you know what? Let's go for the yellow joints, right? But nonetheless, let's go ahead and start talking about what I think about these tools. Now, I'm gonna jump into the clipper before I start talking about the trimmer. I feel that people are more interested in the clipper than the trimmer. Not saying that they're not good tools, not saying that the trimmer isn't as good as the clipper or whatever the case may be. I'm just saying I feel more people are interested in the clipper, so that's what I'm gonna go ahead and talk about first. Now, like I said, I did do an unboxing. If you wanna watch that video, I'll make sure to put the link on the screen for y'all so y'all can check that out. But I'm gonna run through a little bit about the ergonomics of this clipper. So as you can see, we do have some grooves in the back right here. Makes it fit nice and comfortably in hand. Does come with a click lever. As you can see, we got the traditional click lever that JRL typically has, you know, on their 2020C and their Onyx style of clippers. Same click lever on there. It does come with a fade blade on the clipper, as y'all can see. We have the on and off switch on the side, 2-speed motor. I believe that's 6,400 RPMs, maybe 68, somewhere around there. And that's 8,000 RPMs. So it's a higher speed motor than their older tools. And just like their older tools, I don't know if y'all can see this, but they do have an LED display screen that lets you know how much charge you have or how much runtime the clipper still have. And on this clipper in particular, we still got 2 hours on there. We have the charging port down here that you can either put on the charging dock or just plug the charger straight into the clipper for it to charge. But that's basically the ergonomics, you know, what we can see of the clipper. Now in my unboxing video, I did say that you can pop the blade off. However, it's not as easy as as some of the other tools, that you can pop the blade off. You actually have to unscrew these blades right here, and really that's what you have to do if you want to zero gap it. They do send you a zero gapping tool in the box, and you have to unscrew these, take the blade off, put the zero gap setter on there, and then they give you a zero gapping screwdriver that you have to screw to push the blade up. Now, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, right? And the reason why I say that is it makes it, I don't want to say easier to zero gap, but you can be a little more precise with it by using that tool. However, I do feel that it does take a little longer to zero gap your tools if you do it that way compared to the traditional style where you just unscrew the top blade, move it a little bit, and screw the screws back. But I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just saying it's a little different, right? Like, it really ain't for me. However, I didn't have to zero gap this tool. I used it straight out the box and it worked well for me. And that's something that I really wanted to talk about, really, was the performance of this clipper, because I feel that that's more important than just the ergonomics and how it looks, right? How does this thing perform? Now, I will say that when I first turned it on, you can feel the power of the clipper. It feels powerful. And even when you use this clipper and then you switch to another clipper, you can feel the power change. You can feel that this clipper is actually a stronger, it's stronger than most clippers, right? So you can feel that power change when you go from this to something else. So it does have great power on it, does debulk well, and it does blend well. The good thing that I like about this clipper is it is dual speed. So like I said, you can switch it onto the lower speed right here. And the lower speed is great for detailing, cutting kids. If you want to go a little slower, that's perfect. But the higher speed it's going to work a lot better when it comes to debulking. And in all, I really use the higher speed when I'm fading most of the time, right? Like, only time I'll use the lower speed is really when I'm detailing. Although I know some people like some lower speed motors on their clippers. Me personally, I'm going to use the higher speed just because I feel that it's going to, it's going to make me work a little quicker and it's going to help me get the job done faster. But that can also make the clipper a little more aggressive, meaning if I make a wrong stroke, it's going to definitely cut off that hair. If you have it on the lower speed and you make a wrong stroke, you might be all right. You might be able to save that, right? So I just want to put that out there so y'all can know. And, y'all can do with that information whatever y'all choose to, right?
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
But all in all, man, I think this thing does work well. I feel that it works I feel that it works almost identical to their previous tools, at least the Onyx and the Ghost JRL, in my opinion. However, it's an upgraded, it's an upgraded style of clipper. I feel it's a little more traditional and it's a little more comfortable in the hand compared to their older clippers. A lot of people had, I don't want to say they had issues, but some people were complaining about the way that clipper felt in the hand. Me personally, I am a fan of the JRL Onyx and Ghost clipper. I think they're probably one of the best clippers ever made. And I feel similar about this, right? It's just a different style body. Now the motor, it is slightly different. It is a brushless motor. It does have higher torque, higher speed motor on there. So it's gonna cut a little different, but if you've used the JRL Onyx clipper, you'll be able to use this clipper with no problems, right? Now, I did use different guards on this tool. I say this on a lot of my videos. I typically use whatever guards I have on my station for my clippers. I don't like to be switching through all these guards. The box did come with its own set of JRL guards. It is the older guards, not the new JRL premium guards, but I didn't use those guards. I used my Babyliss premium guards and my Stylecraft dub guards. Those are just the guards that I like to use, so that's what I used when I was, using this for this video. Now, the good thing is, obviously, both of those guards fit on this blade due to it being a traditional style blade. So that is a plus. You have a traditional style blade on there that you can fit almost any guard. And I like using it with both sets of guards, I just typically, I really don't have a reason for me using the dub guards over Babyliss premium guards or vice versa. Sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I want to use my dub guards today. And then sometimes I'll be like, you know what, I want to use my Babyliss premium guards today. So I did use both guards on this clipper and they did both work well. And they got the job done, right? And I believe that if you use the original JRL guards that came with this clipper, you can also get the job done. But I just like to keep my systems the same, right? I don't like to switch too much, especially when I'm getting a new clipper. I'm not exactly 100% sure how the clipper works. So I got to kind of keep my systems, I got to control what I can control, right? And if I can control the guards, then I'm pretty sure I can get the job done with the clipper. And with that being said, man, all in all, it is a good tool. Nice tool to have. This is a collector's item as well. So if you want to get you one just to collect it, take good care of it, because I don't know when they're going to stop coming out with these. Not sure when they're going to stop producing these, but this is going to be a collector's item. So if you want you one, get you one. You can go to their website, I believe it's jrlusa.com, or you can go to fwbarbersupply.com. Use my discount code TANK10 on that website to save yourself a little bit of money upon purchasing this. But like I said, with that being said, all in all, it is a great tool. I wouldn't say it's much different than the Onyx or the JRL Ghost, but it is a slight upgrade and it has a different body, different colors for the lids, feels different in hand. So it is a different clipper, although it almost performs pretty much identical, right? So with that being said, like I said, y'all can do with that information whatever it is y'all please, but that's the clipper, right? Now we're gonna move on to the trimmer, the JRL Diamante trimmer.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Same thing with the trimmer, guys. As you can see, we do have some nice thumb grooves or finger grooves in the back for you to hold the trimmer in your hand more comfortably. On and off switch is on the side. However, the trimmer isn't dual speed. It's only one speed, and I believe it is. Matter of fact, I got the back of the box right here. It is an 8,200 RPM motor on this trimmer. And I think I said the clipper was 8,000 RPMs, it's 8,200 RPMs, but 8,200 RPMs on the trimmer. Does come with the on and off switch on the side, not dual speed. Super quiet motor on here. I don't know if y'all can hear this on the mic, but it sounds nice, feels powerful in hand as well. We do have the charging port at the bottom. That way you can either place it on the dock or connect the charger to it, just like you can do with the trimmer. We do have an easy gap in blade, meaning it is a metal blade. It's not a ceramic blade. So you get the metal blade on this trimmer, and you also get the easy gap. So what that means is, kind of like the clipper, you have to put this zero gapping tool that they send you in the box, place it in the back. I'm not sure if y'all can see this on screen due to it being black and my lighting, but there's two little holes right here that you put the zero gapping tool in, and you turn it and it moves the blade up. Similar to like how I said with the clipper, right? And that's how you would zero gap the tool if you feel that it is needed. Now, all in all, I think this tool is a good tool. If you've used JRL trimmers before, then you know the thing about JRL trimmers, right? Like, I'm just gonna give y'all my personal experience with it and my personal opinion. It's a good trimmer, right? Good trimmer gets the job done. Buds out really nice. Lining up, it's not the best at lining up, but it does work and it does get the job done. And I know a lot of people gonna be in the comments talking about, bro, like, what you mean JRL trimmers are nice? Now, I haven't zero gapped this tool, right? I have two other JRL trimmers on my station, and they both hit pretty good, right? It took me a while to get them to hit good, because for whatever reason, sometimes the JRL trimmers sometimes they just don't hit out the box like other trimmers do. So I did zero gap those, and I got them on point. And this one I haven't really messed with. I've just been using this one out the box. And like I said, it gets the job done, but sometimes there'll be like a couple hairs that I really just can't get with this trimmer. And I'm sure if I zero gap this and really adjust the blade to my liking, I can kind of get rid of that situation. But that's just, me trying to be 100% transparent with y'all. That's what this channel is about, me letting y'all know what these tools is, how they work, and what I think about them. Now, all in all, I still think that it is a good trimmer, right? Just, I wouldn't say that it's a bad thing. It's just something that I feel that JRL may still kind of need to work on a little bit, right? Like, it's a solid blade, solid trimmer, just not the best, at least in my opinion, at least not yet. Maybe, like I said, if I zero gap the trimmer blade a little bit, push it up a little closer, maybe it'll work a little better for me, which is probably what I should do. And I think I will do that and give you an updated video later on. But yeah, man, other than that, I think this is a solid tool, right? And like I said, I'm not saying that the trimmer doesn't line up. I'm not saying that you can't get good sharp lines with the trimmer. I'm just saying sometimes it doesn't, it won't get every single hair. Sometimes I have to go over the same spot a couple times to get it as sharp as I would like. Now, like I said, you can do with that information what you please to do, right? Like, that's all on you. I'm just giving y'all my honest opinion on my use of this tool. But all in all, like I said, great tool. When it comes to balding out, this thing does work nicely. The comfortability of it is super nice. I really like that you have these thumb grooves or these finger grooves in the back for balding out, because I like to bald out with my trimmers. I know some people don't, but I do. And then even when you turn it this way to line up, it feels comfortable with those grooves in the back. But all in all, nice trimmer, really enjoyed using it. All in all, nice clipper, really enjoyed using it. All in all, it's a good set. Now, I'm not exactly sure what the price point for this set is, but I am going to look up the price. I'm going to put it on the screen for y'all, and then y'all can check that out, and y'all can get these tools if y'all like. Once again, you can go to the JRL website, or you can go to fwbarbersupply.com and use my discount code TANK10. Save yourself a little bit of money upon purchasing these, right? But all in all, man, like I said, good tools. They're solid. They get the job done. They do what is needed to do. They do what is needed from a clipper and a trimmer, so all in all, they get the job done. They work. I think it really just boils down to preference and how you like your tools to work, right? Like, a lot of clipper companies are coming out with tools, and I think personally, they're all good tools. I just think it really boils down to preference and what brand you really want to rock with, right? So with that being said, man, like I said, y'all can do with this information what y'all please. But once again, check out the JRL Diamante clipper and trimmer. But that's that, man. But with that being said, that's basically it for this video. If you like this video, please make sure to smash that like button. Also, if new to my channel, make sure to subscribe one time for your boy. And that's basically it, YouTube. I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, let's go.